How am I supposed to eat dehydrated beets? It's easy. I'll show you. And it's delicious. Hi there. I wanted to make some chia seed pudding later, and to do it I'm going to use dehydrated beets. I've got about half a cup here and a cup of milk, and I'm just going to let these beets rehydrate in the milk for, I don't know, an hour or two till I get the milk all pink colored. Now I would normally, and I'm going to use the beets for a casserole tomorrow. Normally I would rehydrate the beets in water or in tomato juice or canned tomatoes or rehydrated tomatoes. But today I'm just going to put it in the milk first, and then I'll strain it, and then I'll use the beets in the tomato casserole tomorrow. So that's my plan. So I'm just going to add it into the milk and let them rehydrate, and it's already turning pink. So half a cup of beets is equal to about 2 cups of, half a cup of dehydrated beets is equal to about 2 cups of fresh beets. And these were cooked before they were dehydrated, so all I have to do is get them rehydrated and then put them in the casserole and they'll be good to go. Alright, we'll get back to you later. Change of plans, they get to rehydrate for only 5 minutes, not an hour. Look how pink that is. That will be plenty beety enough for my pudding. So I'm just going to drain them, and then I'll fill this up with water and let the beets rehydrate in water. So I'm going to finish the rest of the chia pudding now. To this beet colored milk, I'm going to add some vanilla, teaspoon or so. And I've got a cup of milk here, so I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, or a 1/4 cup. So the ratio that works best is a tablespoon of chia seed per 1/4 cup of milk, or liquid. Then I'm going to add a pinch of salt, and I've got a little bit of yogurt left that I just want to get out of my fridge, so I'm going to add that too. This is Greek yogurt. And then you're going to add some sweetener of choice. I'm going to add a teaspoon or so of my stevia extract. We'll see how that tastes. Now, just use your whisk to throw that together. Little taste test to see if I need more sweetener. Nope, that's good. Perfect. So this is just going to go in the fridge and let it sit overnight, and it'll be ready tomorrow morning for breakfast. And I'll probably layer in some fruits and different things after it has gelled up a bit. Alright, we'll see you back tomorrow. So here are the strained beets. Now I'm just going to cover them with water and let them sit overnight in the fridge to soak and fully rehydrate. Hi, did you know I wrote a cookbook? It's called Delicious, Cheap, Healthy, Whole Grains, Beans, and Lentils, Staples for Budget-Friendly Meals. In it you'll find recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, snacks, and staples. It's available on Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Alright, back to the video. Good morning. It's the next day, and here I've put together the chia pudding. On the bottom I've got some rehydrated freeze-dried apples that were homegrown on our place. And then our chia pudding and a little bit of chopped orange on top. And that amount made 2 of them. And now we're going to continue working on our rehydrated beets. So these have been rehydrated. They've soaked up all the liquid. So I'm just going to dump them into a casserole. And now I've got half a cup of dehydrated tomatoes. And what I do for dehydrating my tomatoes, for the most part, because it takes the least amount of space, is I puree the tomatoes, skins, seeds, everything. Obviously take off any green parts, the calyx I think it's called, the green part, or any stems, those obviously come off. And then I wash them if they're dirty, and then blend them all in the blender and put them on my dehydrator trays. And then once they are done, I just break them up into small bits like that. You can powder them, but when they powder, you're exposing more of your food to the air, so there's more oxidation, which means loss of vitamins. But it also absorbs water more easily from the air. So I just prefer to leave it in little bits, not powdered, and that way it takes up the least amount of space without compromising the vitamins and getting moisture into it. So half a cup of this dried is equal probably to about 2 cups fresh. Excuse me. So I'm just going to dump that in. And then I'm going to add some water to rehydrate. A good cup to start. And then I'll check on it later in the day and see if it needs any more. But I'm just going to stir this around. I don't know. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. I'm going to stir it around and try and just make sure everything's evenly distributed and all the tomato is under the water. Now I'm going to store this in the fridge just because the beets did have some milk on them. Otherwise, if they hadn't been soaked in milk for a little bit, which of course you don't normally do that. I just did that because I wanted to have pink milk for my pudding. So otherwise, if it was just water or tomato juice that I was rehydrating these in, then I would just leave it on the counter. I wouldn't bother putting it in the fridge. Okay, I will check back on this later and show you what's up. Okay, it is the next day. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we were having that beet casserole for our family dinner last night, and we had company over. So it got finished and eaten before I could do any updates on the video. I did take a picture of it at the table though, so I will show that picture somewhere around here. But I'll just tell you what happened. So it had rehydrated beautifully. There was a little bit of liquid left in the bottom, which was just perfect for it to go in the oven to get heated up. And because everything was already cooked pretty well, it just had to bring it up to heat. And I put melted cheese on top. You can put melted butter on crumbled or crushed crackers or cornflakes on top and then cheese. But I don't usually have those on hand, so I just put the cheese on top. Shredded cheddar cheese is what I like. So I put that on top and then scoot it into the oven for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so to melt the cheese and to heat the casserole through. It was pretty thin casserole. If you were doing a bigger one, you'd need to heat it for longer. And my oven was at 300, but 350, whatever. I can't quite remember what it was at, but just until the cheese is melted and it's heated through. And if you've got a lot of liquid that you have to evaporate off, then you'll have to put it in there longer and just keep an eye on it. So anyway, that's what happened. I really love this casserole. I've been making it for years and years. It was originally from a company's coming cookbook, a Jean Puree one. That's a really famous series of cookbooks in Canada, in Alberta in particular, but yeah. So that's what it was. I'll have a picture of it and I can try and type up a recipe for you. All right, and you'll see that in the description below. Thank you so much. Have a great day and we'll talk to you later. One more thing. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, help a girl out. Thanks. And somewhere around here, there'll be links for you to click on to watch more of my videos. Mm-hmm.